For today's video, I reveal my AFL fantasy team for 2021. So Supercoach team will be coming out this weekend, and obviously I'm still a Supercoach person, but I thought I'd just make a fantasy team. Maybe there's some interest, and I might do a few team updates throughout the year, not every week, but see if there's any interest. So yeah, I think this format, I'm not exactly sure how to play. I have some idea, but I'm not exactly sure. Should I go more guns? Should I go more mid prices? But I know we can pick butchers in this format, so we're going to pick a few of those, and yeah, it should be good. So we'll start off in the defence. So I have Jake Lloyd, Rory Laird, Jaden Short, Dan Houston, Andrew McPherson and Hayden Young, and then Kaczynski and Heim on the bench. So Jake Lloyd, I think with the new rules, it seems like defenders are scoring 1 million points, and what can Jake Lloyd do with that? With the new rules, I'd love to see it, and I'm imagining it's going to be very beneficial for him. Maybe he loses some kickouts, but nonetheless, I really want to start Lloyd. He could be a captain option this year. I will see how he goes. I think he's in full training, so he should be fine. Next we have Rory Laird playing midfield. So played really well on the weekend. It was a hard game for the Crows, playing probably Port, who are top 4 side. So Crows are going to cop some losses, but he's the Crows' best midfielder by a mile. And yeah, I don't see him moving in defence. And if he does move in defence, it could actually be a good thing based on how things are going. But I like him in the midfield. He's far better mid than he is half-back in recent years. And next we have Jaden Short. So it seems Richmond want to use Short as much as possible going out of defence, so I don't see why not with Short. And also we have Dan Houston. I don't really know why he's here, and he might become Caleb Daniel. But I just remember at the end of last year, he was being a massive seagull in defence. Thought he got better as the year went on. But I think a lot of us picked him early, and we were all kind of frustrated with him because he kind of got moved around and didn't really know what his position was. And maybe a little bit out of form, I don't know. But settled in defence now, it seems. So we'll pick Dan Houston. And next we have Andrew McPherson. So you're probably wondering who's this. Or you might know him from a rookie from last year. So been in the system a few years, had a lot of injury issues. I believe he's just about the Crows' main rebounder outside of Brody Smith. So it seems like there's a lot of points in defence to go around. So there's a few guys at the 400k mark that I don't mind. I know Jordan Clark is one. I'm not sure he plays though, so might switch him for Jordan Clark, see how we go. But I understand McPherson's role and job security a lot better than Jordan Clark. So for that reason, he's in for now. But I guess with fantasy, you can correct, I guess, in the early rounds. Not really sure what you're supposed to do in the early rounds of fantasy. If you do know, can you let me know? Because I assume you hold, but you have free trades, so I don't know, you just get more new rookies in that are better? I don't know. And next we have Hayden Young, so he should take some kickouts. A really high scorer as a junior, but not sure what he can do at AFL level. So 330k, that's pretty much nothing, so he's in. And yeah, I assume really good job security. And on the bench we have Kaczynski and Highmore. I think the 2 cheapest rookies available. Jordan Butts is also there, but I actually can't afford him. I feel like I should be paying up for Butts, but if these two play round 1, I think it'll be fun. So next we can move on to the midfield. So we'll start off with our 4 primos. So Zach Merritt seems really popular in AFL fantasy, and yeah, more inside mid time seems to suit him, and the rules, it seems like the inside outside mids are going to do pretty well this year, so that's what we're thinking. We don't know for sure, but that's judging by the preseason anyway. So he's in. And Jack Macrae, after what we saw he could do, love Jack Macrae, he's in for me. Maybe he's a bit expensive, or as with Merritt, maybe he's expensive as well, but if he does get those CBAs, he's going to go berserk. If he doesn't, he's probably going to be around the mark. So happy to secure Jack Macrae. Don't have to worry about getting him in at some stage. With Macrae, I don't know exactly how he scores in fantasy, but there's going to be times where he goes off, and there's going to be times where his mid-minutes might be reduced, and he just coasts to some lower-ish scores for his standards, but it's fine. Sam Walsh and Tim Taranto, the Butcher brothers we have. So Sam Walsh, huge preseason it sounds like. Didn't have the greatest showing in his preseason game, but massive preseason, huge in the intra-clubs, and also the trial game. So when watching his trial game performance, I thought he was just absolutely everywhere. I think he's in for a good year, and a little bit cheaper as well, so more inside mid-time, so a bit of upside there. He's in for me. And we also have Tim Taranto, who's had another preseason, big preseason. Last year, I think he just, with a shoulder injury, and he didn't really deal with hubs very well. I think he's a bit rejuvenated. It sounds like he's rejuvenated this year, so huge massive scorer in AFL Fantasy and massive butcher. So not for Supercoach, but we'll chuck him in for this format. Might get a bit of forward time, but I think it's fine. And the next line, we have also kind of down on the bench. So our next line is pretty rookie heavy. So Willem Drew is 360, that's not a lot. Paddy Dow, Tom Powell, Goodwin, and Brockman. So I'll start off with Willem Drew. I think there's opportunity for him to play. He could be ahead of Rockcliffe, it seems. I think he probably has better attributes than Rockcliffe. So 361k, that's nothing. So I will chuck him in. Is that like 200k equivalent for Supercoach? I'm not sure. But yeah, we'll chuck him in, and played really well on the weekend. Think he'll get opportunity. Powell Pepper's out for a bit. That I imagine would help him, even though Powell Pepper, I think he's mid-forward. Yeah, might open up a bit of space for Drew. We'll leave him in for now. Paddy Dow is pretty cheap, 320k. So yeah, big preseason from him. Poor showing in the preseason game, but we'll trust I think the Carlton are really backing him in, and really impressed throughout the preseason. So hopefully he shows something. Only 323k, so not too worried. And next we have Tom Powell, big junior numbers in the under 18s, and showed a lot so far. Seems to be ahead of the other North rookies, which is great. And Gordon, so he can accumulate a little bit, which is great for Sydney. Sydney are playing a lot of rookies, so I'm not sure how many of them get games, but it seems like he's going to play. Rate him really highly, so I think he had a lot of score involvements as well, so can get involved up forward, which is great. So happy to start him. I think I'm not sure if Downey's a better field option in this format, because Downey's more outside. Yeah, I'm not sure, so it might bleed a little bit of points at M8, but I guess I like paying out for McRae and Merritt and stuff, so I'm really not really sure what to do here. So I might just play a rookie here for the time being. And yeah, Brockman not going to score much, but yeah, chuck him on the bench. Seems like he'll play. In the rucks, we'll go Grundy, Flynn, and Meek. So no Max Gawn. Is that an issue? Possibly, but I feel like it's a lot more forgiving in this format to go cheaper rucks. So I think Flynn plays. I think Meek plays. Certainly early, and then see how it goes. But I think they like Flynn for the time being. The thing with Flynn that worries me is, I don't even know if he was injured last year, but if he wasn't, I have to actually look that up. But it's a bit concerning that they brought in, they kept Mumford and kept Sam Jacobs and brought in Sam Jacobs. Does that show little faith in Flynn? Maybe, but see how he goes. But for his price, should make a bit of money in a really friendly role. So in the ruck, and Meek, hopefully he holds his spot when Darcy comes back. And yeah, just need one of these two to hold it down for a while, and then probably get to Max Gawn. Max Gawn will drop, obviously, so probably might not be by a lot because he has a really easy fixture, but he has less time on ground. Maybe Luke Jackson takes a few more centre bounces or whatnot. So we'll see how it goes. But yeah, in this format, I'm keen to do this ruck setup. So yeah, and we'll get to the forward line. So we have F1 is Josh Dunkley. Obviously, I'm going to pick him, so I don't really need to say much on him. High ceiling forward by a mile. Next we have Tom Phillips. So inside and outside mid, but I think even in fantasy, even if it was just outside, I think he'd still be acceptable. So was really impressive in the preseason. Hawthorn got him very cheap. It's pretty disgusting the price they got him for. But nonetheless, I think he's a lock in this format. So we'll definitely pick Tom Phillips and yeah, keep him there. I think he's a keeper. So also we have Nick Hind, so playing off halfback, and we know what halfbacks are doing so far. So he's their main drive off halfback, I think. Probably Ridley as well, but Hind provides that run and dash. So I think in the defence, a lot of players, I feel like they're just handballing it off to the players that want to be aggressive. So he's that guy that they handball to. Scored really well in his first half of his Amy game, but nonetheless, yeah, good role and very cheap, 400k. That's not a whole lot. So we'll pick Nick Hind, and Harry Jones on the bench. Probably need a better option than him, but he's playing, so he'll keep him there for now. And yeah, we're going to probably bleed here a fair bit in the forward line, but I guess that's the price of going a more guns and rookies approach. So Jimmy Rowe, I think, will score probably 60s. Bergman playing defence might score okay. And Warner's actually a pretty good ball winner, so it might not be the worst thing in the world, but obviously they're young, really young players, so they might drop to the odd poor score, so just have to live with that. And yeah, Braden Campbell on the bench. I'm not sure if he should be on field. I feel like these guys, a few more years in the system, might be a little bit better on the field. So we know Braden Campbell, good kicking efficiency, so it doesn't really mean a whole lot in this format, I think. So keep him on the bench for now. And then as our ruck, okay, thanks for that, Paul Hunter we have. So yeah, should make a bit of money over the first few rounds, and probably needs to be shipped off early. So that's the team. Let me know what you think.